TV5. A shooting near Owasso High School has left one person dead. We're learning he may be a pro-life activist, and right now we're learning that another body found nearby may be linked to that first body. The second body was found at Foose Gravel Pit, also in Owasso. One person has been taken into custody. We have total team coverage this noon hour. Let's first begin with WNEM TV5's Randy Wimley, who's outside of Owasso Police Department right now. Randy, what's the latest?
Yeah, right now police have a 33-year-old man from Owasso in custody in connection to these two murders. The victims, 63-year-old James Pouillon, an anti-abortion activist very well known here in Owasso, and also 61-year-old Mike Foose, a gravel pit owner, also here in Owasso. Now, police say that the suspect knew Mike Foose, the gravel pit owner, and also that this other victim, James Pouillon, the anti-abortion activist, that shooting appeared to be intentional. Now, they just wrapped up a press conference just a few minutes ago. I want to take you to a part of what the county sheriff had to say in regards to the shooting of Mike Foose, that gravel pit owner.
While the Owasso units were responding to that and working that incident, Central Dispatch received a second call at 8:17 a.m. advising that an employee at Foose Gravel, located at 777 Boucher Road in Owasso Township, had found the owner apparently deceased in the office, a victim of multiple gunshot wounds.
Now, more on how all of this went down, what happened, when it happened. We're going to go now to Jay Brando, who's also here in Owasso following this story. Jay, what can you tell us about how all of this transpired?
Randy, this is the area where the shooting first took place. The incident, we're told, took place about 7:30, quarter to 8 this morning. A man reported to be in his 60s, a well-known anti-abortion activist, was holding a graphic photo of an aborted fetus right across the street from the Owasso High School when shots rang out. Now, neighbors say at least 5 shots were heard. The high school was then put on lockdown as a precaution, and the neighbors say it was a gunman driving a white Ford who did the shooting.
Our daughter had just left for school, and I heard 4 shots and then a pause and then one more shot. And she came back in the garage door and said, "Someone's just been shot." But then another girl who had seen what had happened was running down our street and ran up to our doorbell and just rang our doorbell. And then she came in and told us that Jimmy had just gotten shot up here. And she just was so frightened because...
Now, the shooting victim across from the high school has been identified as James Pouillon. Apparently, he was very well known as the sign man for carrying his anti-abortion sign to different areas across mid-Michigan. Police are still piecing the incident together to determine why both of these individuals were shot, but again, it took place, started this morning about 7:30. The Owasso High School put on lockdown. No injuries to the students or staff at the school. As a precaution, lockdown was enforced just to make sure, to ensure the safety of the staff and the students, and of course, much more on this developing situation as that information becomes available. In Owasso, Jay Brando, WNEM TV5.
Jay, this story has so many different angles to it now. We're just curious, any idea which person was shot first? Do we know if the guy at the gravel pit, Foose, was shot first, or if James Pouillon was shot first outside the school?
A lot of that information is being put together right now, Craig. What we're told is that the shooting here across from the high school took place about 7:30, quarter to 8 this morning. We don't have a time frame yet on the shooting at the gravel pit, but that's the information we have so far.
And apparently all 3 of these people knew each other. It sounds like the 2 victims knew each other, and they also knew the suspect who's been taken under arrest, or is in custody, I should say.
Well, what the neighbors are telling me is that the sign man, James Pouillon, the gentleman who was shot here on the corner, now deceased, is that he was very well known in the area for carrying his anti-abortion message, and especially his very graphic sign that he would put up on very busy streets trying to deliver his message. He was very well known. Some of the neighbors say he angered many people because he was everywhere all the time with that particular photograph that is been described as graphic. So as far as why, we don't know that yet.
A lot of details that still need to be sorted out. Thank you so much, Jay Brando reporting.